Welcome to Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. I'm Heather. Thank you so much for being with me. Please be patient. There's mowing going on in the background. Work just never ceases to stop, but thank you so much for joining me today. And I am doing a collaboration. So this collaboration is hosted by Gail at Gail's Southern Living. It's Weird Container 25, hashtag Weird Container 25, and what a fun collaboration to be involved in. So I've got my compost right here, and what I have is a giant teacup or coffee cup that cracked, and I've got tons of succulents and hens and chicks in there, so I'm going to be showing you a couple of different things I'm going to be doing with those, and I hope you stick with me because there isn't going to just be one, so get excited. So you can't mess this up at all. So there's a few different succulents and a hen and chick and some cat fuzz or something. Anyway, so you just make sure you get the roots on the soil. These are pretty easy and low maintenance to be growing. And you just kind of stick that on the soil and cover the roots up the best you can. Not too much, you know, it doesn't take a lot for these. And you just kind of put as many as you want in. And again, you pull them out by the base near the soil line. And then you can just kind of wiggle them on top of the soil. And get another, and I don't want to put too many hens and chicks in here because they will multiply, but I am going to make sure I get a variety of the other succulents to put in here, and hopefully, and which they will, they'll grow big and then they'll start kind of drooping over, and you just water it like once a week, especially in the summertime. If it's raining, you're good. And there's that. I know it doesn't look like much, but it'll fill in and look fabulously beautiful. I'm going to and that's that. All I have to do is water it. All right, so now I'm going to take you to my next weird container gardening. So please don't leave, because but wait, there's more. All right, for the next weird container growing 25 will be some compost soil. This is a rose plant that I managed to propagate from a very, very old rose bush on a garden tour that I went on several years ago. And so that's it's really old. So it belonged to the lady's house that we went to, who was in her 70s. It was her mother's that she had gotten from her mother when she got married. So it's native to Oregon. It's not store-bought. Anywho, so I have these bowls that I had picked up because they're cow print, and I wanted to use them for planting in. Well, one got broken. Actually, a couple got broken. And so I have a few pieces here, but what I'm gonna do for the weird container growing is I'm going to stick them in here, and I'm gonna put some compost in there. And then later I'm going to add some other flowers around this rose bush. But I'm going to put some, I thought that it would be cute with these little cow print designs I have a few rocks in my compost, which is perfectly fine. It's easy to get them out. And then I'm gonna stick some succulents in here. Don't leave me yet because this isn't the last one. So let me get the succulents. I'll show you what that looks like. And then I have yet another weird container idea to share with you. All right, so I'm picking from that same large teacup that cracked some of the different succulents and whatnot that were growing in it. And again, you pull down by the base of each plant, down by the soil line, and just kind of wiggle them out. And then you just plant them, and they take really, succulents and hens and chicks really plant really well. They don't need to be watered too often. So it's kind of a low maintenance, I mean, I like them. So I have lots of hens and chicks and succulents, and I'm not gonna plant too many of them in here. So there's that, and once they grow up, I have to water it in, but once they grow in and fill in, it'll look really amazing. And then I'm going to use the broken teacup, and I think I'm going to stick it over here. So I'll show you that. So it's all broken, but a piece of artwork. But that's not all. Stick with me and I'll show you another one. Let's go closer and see that one. See? How cute is that? Right? Sorry, my shadow. Anyways, I just filled this bed. There's nothing planted except for some garlic down on the end. It's a fresh bed, ready to get planted. So let me take you to the next weird container growing. Well, I guess it's still rolling. We're rolling. So this is my vertical growing green stalk. I have strawberries in that one. So this is my last but not least, because I have plenty more weird container growing ideas and things planted in weird places. These are little rainbows that I planted some succulents in. How cute is that? So fill them with some compost, stick in some hens and chicks or succulents, and water them every now and then. If it's not raining in your area, water every couple of days, depending on how hot you are. Is that adorable or what? Garden art is fun art. So please make sure you go check out Gail at Gail's Southern Living, and check out all the other people who have done some amazing weird container 25 stuff. I mean, I don't know, there might be some real cool stuff. I've seen some. So I'll show some clips on the end of everything that I've done. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment of something that you may have planted in that is a weird container. Anyways, thank you so much for being here with me and joining me. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one.